Hey guys, you're watching one and only. My name is AJ. Welcome to a bit of an odd video for me. I don't really do these kind of things, but seeing as though our The Long Dark series came to quite the abrupt end, I thought, you know what? Let's have a go at looking at some of my really old games that I've made in the past. In fact, the first one that I'm going to show you here, I opened up today, which is why it says date modified the day that I'm recording this video. It's probably a little while before it actually goes out to you guys, but it was made like in 2016, November 2016, so it's like a 3-year-old game. Now, before I get too much into this and before you guys start judging me too much, firstly, all of the games that I'm going to show you today are like old games of mine. Secondly, they're only proof of concepts. A lot of these games didn't get like anywhere. Like these are just ones that I've got left on my computer. Most of them I've actually deleted. Like I had a really cool racing game and I've just spent ages looking for it, but I can't find it anywhere, so I must have just deleted it, which is a shame because that was actually quite a cool little proof of concept. But what I mean by proof of concept is I have like an idea of what I want something to do, and then I just make a game that does that, and once I get it to work, I then finish the project off. I don't really take it any further. I also want to mention, if I show you guys any of the code, don't judge me on how bad the code is. I'm not an efficient coder. I'm not certainly the best at coding in GML. I just use Game Maker Studio 2 here because it's really fast for me to just set up a prototype of a game. Again, a proof of concept. So I'm not the most efficient coder, and the artwork from way back then is really bad. A lot of it is just like images off the internet of like tanks off this first game that I'm going to show you, with just some tanks off the internet and stuff. I've actually got better now, and I now do like all my own art and all my own music and stuff. But there might even be in some of these games some like characters from other games, and they're literally there just as placeholders. You know, I just needed a player looking character, so I just go on the internet, I just grabbed a player looking character just again for proof of concept. So hopefully I've got all of that sort of stuff out the way. The reason why this video actually came up was I was going through an old hard drive of mine, and as you can see, I found a folder called AJ 2016 pre-new PC, and Tank Feud was on there, which is a really old game. In fact, it's so old that it's in Game Maker 1.4. It's not even in the new Game Maker Studio 2, so it's like in an old version of it. And like I'll show you how like some of this code is. Look, like I don't even know what. Oh, some of these are even wow. No, was this whole game made in drag and drop? So hold on, this is quite interesting. Game Maker has two different ways of coding games. You have a drag and drop feature, which is where you use like these points on the side here, and you sort of build code like that. But then Game Maker also has an actual sort of written language. Like if I just open up a game here, I'll just open up this old game, which I'll show you later on. If I go into one of these, like camera, and then you've got like actual written code, which is what I use now. It's not really a good example. There's no real code in there. What would you want? Like a player or staff, whatever this is. There we go. So I mean, a little bit of code going on there. But again, that's better. You got paths and grids and stuff to walking, and there's a little bit of maths going on in there. That's a good example. I can't believe that this game was made out of drag and drop. That's crazy. Everybody always starts off with drag and drop in Game Maker, and then you really want to move to like the actual GML, Game Maker language, as soon as possible. Now, I don't know if the audio is going to be too loud or too quiet or what. I don't know. Obviously, in like 99% of my games, I never code in like a adjust volume button inside the game. But let's just hit play. We'll see what happens. This is going to be a little bit cringy, a little bit embarrassing, because I'm sure these games are going to look really terrible. I can't even remember some of these. I opened up a couple just to make sure that they like still work on the computer for whatever reason, or updates didn't break them, or I didn't break them, or something like that. Hey, so it works. Let me just adjust my volume a little bit. There we go. So I've got like some terrible looking logo and stuff. I don't remember actually making a campaign or two play for this. I think it's a really loud gunshot too. Yeah, so it doesn't do anything, but there is an arcade mode, and there's a leaderboard on like how good you are, and there's only one place that you can go, only one map, which I called Old Farm. Now, I used to be sick at this game. Obviously, it's my own game. Is there a mute button? No, there's not even a pause button. You can't pause, you can't mute. Obviously, they're all things that you take for granted in games. But yeah, you need to code them in. So I've got like, I can drive with the little street maps. Look, there's another enemy tank over there. He's shooting at me. So I remember playing this so much. I'd play all my own games like way too much. I can shoot that tractor, and I can get upgrades out of some of these from what I remember. That little trailer. Oh yeah, there's an update. So that's a movement speed update. Or upgrade. So I move a little bit faster. You can drive through these barns and they'll give you some health upgrades, but they despawn after some time. Anyway, let's take out this tank. Oh, that's a reload speed. So in the bottom of the screen, in the little HUD, there's like a little bullet. And that, I got hit. That bullet only, you can only shoot when that bullet is like golden. If it's greyed out, you're reloading. Hey, we got one. So once we kill one, another one should spawn somewhere out of shot. Can I get an upgrade from there? I hope it's not too loud for you guys. I hope you guys can hear my voice over the music. Ah, there he is. And I used to be the best shot at this. Like, I could hit like tanks from anywhere. Shooting, there we go. Okay, got it. There's another reload upgrade. They were the best ones. If you get loads of these, you become like basically like indestructible. You can't shoot the house. The house I left as a solid like feature. But I know if you get enough into, like I think if we probably even kill this one or maybe the next one, there'll be 2 tanks, 2 enemies after. And then it goes to 3 and then 4. And in the end, there's just like tanks everywhere. Oh, just... There we go. But yeah, it's like W, A, S, and D to move, and then the arrow keys to move the turret. So it's like a dual analog stick game. I think I actually put controller compatibility with this, so you could plug in an Xbox 360 controller and play the game with the analog sticks. There we go. Okay, that'll do for that. Let's close that down. Close. Okay, so that's the Game Maker 1.4, and then we started getting into Game Maker Studio 2. I might as well show you this one first. This one I wanted to make like I was just calling it Toy Tycoon for the first part, but it was like a modelled after the shop where I work, the toy shop where I work in real life. So it's actually got the same layout basically as the shop in real life, and it would be like a, what would they call them, like a hospital tycoon game. You'll sort of know what I mean. This game has like nothing to it though. There's no real stuff going on, so that it's sort of, you see it all load in even. Look, if I restart the game, look, it sort of all loads in, and there's like little lightsabers and little guns, little tractors, little Hulk figures, Superman figures. Whereas I think there's even Pokemon. Yeah, the little Eevee plush, little Charmander plush, little radio-controlled cars, drum sets and keyboards. These are like little Lego sets. They look like the new little Lego city boxes. Ah, you can move the mouse. Scooters and basketballs, and there's the nursery section at the back of the shop. Some plush, some soft toys over here. Some weren't textured and stuff. Again, very proof of concept. On the left-hand side of the screen by my cursor here, there's a load of numbers. I have absolutely no idea what any of those numbers mean anymore. We'll probably have a look. I'm going to expect that this 60 is the frames per second that the game is locked at. This number here is going to be the actual true frames per second. So this game is running at about 1,200 frames per second because there's literally nothing going on. I think this number is the amount of like entities on the screen, like the amount of objects on the screen, like how in Minecraft you can see how many entities there are. I have no idea what any of these mean though. But I remember if you click on one of these people, it gives you some stats about them. He's actually stuck, I think, which is why his number's going all crazy. If we click on another one, yeah, that makes more sense. Now, there is a number at the top here, 5. I can't remember what that means. I'll have a look. But it randomly chooses a random name from a huge database that I built. So we've got Chris, we've got Timothy, we've got Christian, we've got... Oh, I can't see. I need to go higher. We've got Kevin, and it's Christian again. Ethan. Like it's just I just might put a load of names in a database and it just pulls a random one out and puts it on there. It also tells you how many items the person has, the value of the item. So he has one item worth £33, and then the bottom, or then it says shopping, because that's what he's doing at the moment. He's shopping. That'll eventually turn to paying, I think. Oh, that number might be the amount of items that he needs to get to before he's finished shopping. So he's got 2 items out of 3. If we follow him for a little bit, he's just wandering. Oh, that's a staff member, Raymond. Who is it? This guy. Oh, he's picking up the item. He should pick it up. Is he going to pick it up? No, he didn't pick it up. He looked at it. So there's actually quite a lot of like AI like in the back end of this. All of these AI are like making their own decisions. You can see stock is being removed off the shelf and it's being replaced. So you'll see these gaps and these will be filled up. Oh, he's got 3 of 3 items. Ah, I know what that number is. So he's now looking to pay, but there isn't no till open at the moment. If I go down to the bottom, as you can see, all the tills, they're untextured, but all the tills are closed. I need to find a staff member, which is, unfortunately, they look very similar to the people. Ah, there you go. There's one. I can pick him up. I can move him out. I think I can... Oh, no, I can't move the customers. I can move the staff about, like the old theme park style games. In fact, who is this? Bruce. He's not doing anything at the moment. He's just wandering. But if I press number 1 on him, he'll actually go over to till 1 and open up. That's till 1, till 2, till 3, and till 4. He's, for some reason, his like pathing system told him to go outside. It was just the shortest route, I think, to get to the till. But he should now go to till 1 and open up. And now, everybody that was ready to pay is going to go to till 1 now. So we're going to get a bit of a queue. So I need to get you to till 2, you to till 3, and that should open up. Oh man, we've got problems going on here. I think actually one of these numbers, the numbers on the side here have actually gone black now. There must be just a bug in the game. Expect a lot of bugs with this kind of stuff, but there'll be some profit. Yeah, if I just put it up against this white. So I think if I put it there, the 16 is like the amount of items I've sold or customers I've served today or something. I think the second number is the average amount of money spent per customer. I think it'd be something like that. So on average, they're spending like £120 at the moment. But yeah, the tills open up, and as you can see, the little barriers in front of the tills get freed up. They choose a till, look. So they try to not get clumped up together. And they're getting served out. He's now leaving, look. He's leaving. He had a value of 113. He had a value of 390. Obviously, none of these numbers were actually balanced at all. They were just like generic numbers. But yeah, it was quite cool. And I didn't actually take it any further. I don't know why. I think this would be a really cool game to take further. And you'll be able to go into like the stats on what ones are doing well. And, you know, your staff will have to restock the shelves. I think this aisle is actually getting hammered quite a lot. Look, there isn't no restocking at all because all the staff seem to be on the tills. I can take I think I can take some of you off till. Yeah, I'll take some of you off till now. But yeah, you guys get the point. Let's close that getting down. What else have we got? This is so fun. It's been like so long since I've gone through any of these games. Pool was really cool. I was actually quite impressed with this game. So this is a little pool game. Again, I don't know how loud the audio is going to be. The SDK build settings are incorrect. Oh dear, what have we got? Oh, what do I want to do here? Can I not just play? I know why. That's why. Now it should work. So yeah, this is really cool actually. This has like a lot of maths going on, and you can choose what color table you want, like what color cloth. You can choose what color cue or what type of cue you want. You can even choose the wood for the table, so we could go with like a nice blue and brown. And then you got just quick play here. You can place down the cue ball, and you can hit. Hey, we potted one and the ball goes in the top there. You got to chalk your cue every now and again, otherwise you will actually miss cue. That's all coded. You can add spins, so if you want a little bit of backspin, look, I can click on backspin down here, and then if I pull back on the cue, hit that yellow ball, I should be able to spin back. Hey, there we go. Leaves a little bit of chalk on the table. So let's see if we can cut this yellow ball into that corner there. About there. Oh, it was close. Don't go in the pocket. Can I mute? Ah, I can mute the audio on this game. See, I got a little bit better over time. I like having music, but I also like the ability to not have music. So it's all got all kinds of spin. If I just poke the ball into the middle here, and I shoot against this cush with left spin, if I hit it dead straight, like that, the ball will come off like really quite a strong angle, because I'm putting quite a lot of spin on it. Boing. See? So like, I obviously play a lot of snooker in real life, so this was really cool for me to make. But I was really good at this game. Because I obviously play my own games quite a lot. When I'm testing them, I actually end up getting quite good at them. But yeah, I could like clear up this completely. I think if I go back a minute, oops, how do I go back? How do I leave the game? Was there that? There we go. I always usually put a redo key in here. So I've got skill test and endurance now. Skill test, it has a little white circle of where the next ball is going to appear. So I think I can, oh, I have to put it up there. So I have to pot that black ball. I've got 30 seconds to pot the ball. So I put that in the bottom, and then the black ball then appears where the circle is. So now I know that the next ball is going to start here. I'll probably want to put a little bit of backspin on, so I can pull a bit of position back. What do I do about there? Oh, we missed it. I got the lovely position on the next black, but I missed the pot. So we now need to... Uh-oh, I've only got 6 seconds left. I think my record is about 30 balls for this. Hit it! We lost. High score 16 on that one, or at least on this version of the game. I had obviously other backups and saves during testing, and then you got endurance, which puts a load of blue balls on the table, and it just randomly replaces them over time. So just you get like ones appear. So I think you always have, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You always get 10 balls on the table, and you just go for as long as you can. But you get, I think, a little bit less time to choose. Oh, that was a miscue. I didn't chalk the cue then. Where do you want to go? Try and plant the ball in. Oh, it was close. But yeah, really cool. I actually really enjoyed just playing this game. Oh, I scratched. Hit a bit of bottom on this. Try and arc the cue ball around. Oh, yeah. So the physics behind the game was the whole point of this, and I think it worked out really well. There's a lot of maths involved in that. I don't know if I can show you some of them. Cue ball. That's all about, like, this is all the code on drawing the like line and stuff and projecting. Where is it? There's like what happens with like top spins and all the sides and stuff when it hits a certain ball. I don't know, that's applying torque to the ball and stuff, so you get all the spins. Yeah, there's all sorts going on. I didn't really understand it too much myself by the end of it. And oh, and look, notice how bad I was at annotating my code. So this is annotating here, this little green text. So it looks like I started here. Like this code draws the ball, the little cue ball, to your cursor when you've scratched, so you know where the ball is. And this basically puts the word scratch on the screen, but I've annotated it, so if I come back to this game I know what I'm doing. But a lot of the time, look, I just never bothered. In fact, I bet I don't in here or nothing. Yeah, oh, left and right spin. I've done like a little bit, but it's not really detailed anywhere near as much as it should be. Tamagotchi. Now this was quite cool. It totally like copyright and stuff, but it's Pikachu. Okay, so if I just hit play, I don't know what screen or anything this is going to load up onto, or how this is going to work. Okay, so it's it's like a fake desktop. The aspect ratio is all wrong on this computer because I probably made it with a different monitor at the time. But yeah, it's little Pikachu down here. He's called Thunder. I think you can, when you first load up the game without a save, you can reload it. He's actually 3 real days old. See, that says age 3. That's real time age when the game's loaded up. So I had him testing for 3 in-game days, and I called him Thunder. You've got like the hearts, which are his life, like a Tamagotchi has. You've got the little raspberries, which are the food, how hungry he is, and then the little smile there is how happy he is. So I actually kept this guy fully happy, fully fed, and fully happy for 3 days. So he was good. I think I can pick him up, and I can even drop him, and he'll like float down on on his balloons back to the bottom of the desktop. I'll probably help him go back down. I don't know. Well, oh, he fell. Ooh, that was close. He nearly fell through the bottom. I don't know what happens when he falls through the bottom. I don't know if that actually kills him. I can't remember. But yeah, he sits on my desktop. I think I can. Oh, I can. Yeah, I can move all the desktop round for some reason. I coded that, and I can open up the Pokemart here. Can he sit on top of here? Oh, come back here. A little bit of a glitch. No, he can't. He sits on the bottom. I think I had it at one point where he could sit on like the tops of these like fake browsers and stuff. So I can buy some Poke food, and I can drop it down to him when he stops. Drop it down on him, and he'll eat it. Yum 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 yum, and make him some happy. I can buy potions as well, and that had the same animation because I never changed it. But yeah, I tried to make like a little fake looking website really for it. Oh, he waved at me. Did you see him wave at me? Oh, he's scratching his head now. Yeah, he sort of interacts and he has his own life, and he blinks and he gets bored and he gets happy and stuff. And yeah, he has a scratchy head. Yeah, cool little one. I found it quite fun to make. A little bit of code in there. This is all the save. That's the saving script for it. What else have we got? No hope. Now I can't really remember like too many of these at all. I think this is an. Oh no, this has nothing. I remember this. This was going to be a little bit of a survival game. Yeah, as a wolf, he just wanders off. He's just coded to walk right, from what I remember. But this is your little character, and it was going to be like the Long Dark. In fact, was what inspired this game, the series that we just finished on the channel. It's going to be a really cold, snowy style area. It's so cold that when he's breathing here, he has like little breath show up. If I walk around, you see he breathes a little bit faster when I'm moving. I can crouch down, and I walk slower, or I can sprint, and he really gets quite the pant on when I'm running. And I think there's like a little bit of an inventory going on. I can do it with the number keys as well, but I don't really remember. I think I can scroll through them as well. Yeah. That's all it had, though. It was a very small proof of concept. Nothing going on here. Islands. Oh, yeah, this was inspired off someone else's game, and I really just liked how they looked, and I just wanted to give it a go myself. I don't know if it works anymore, if it's broken. We'll have a go. Yeah, it does work. So I can zoom in here. There's my little character. He's blinking away. And I can move around with the W, A, S, and D. And I think if I go over here, I can pick the berry bush, and I pick it up. I think if I use the number keys, yes, I've got nothing in my hand. I've got a pickaxe, and I can swing the pickaxe. I've got a axe, I've got a sword, and I've got a hoe. So I think the pickaxe I could mine rocks with. No sound in the game, obviously, and then I can pick it up. Oh, yeah, there you go. I can pick it up. I think you can. I could damage the bush with an axe, yeah, but I think if you break it, that's it. You lose it. And I think with the hoe, I could till the ground. Ready for when I implemented crops, but I never implemented crops. The sword you would obviously kill enemies with, but there's never any enemies in the game. I think I can just click on these and it'll just load up more areas. And there is a button. I don't know what button it was. Was it enter or space or something? We'll just reveal all of them. So you'd unlock more like areas of the map. And you'd be able to sort of build more and more. Now I think more stuff should start spawning. Yeah, here we go. So there's a little ore over there that spawned. Gold ore. I think trees should start spawning soon as well. Man, I made this world way too big. Hold on. They'll get some stuff spawning in a minute. If it's still working. It might be broken. Who knows? But it randomly generates a level. So this layout here is completely random. In fact, let me just have a look at the code here. It's probably in player knowing me. 5. Keyboard ASDA. There should be a way. Oh yeah, that was it. Sections. I can't remember. Has anything spawned? Hey, we've got some trees. Okay, so if I zoom back in here, I should be able to place. Yeah, I can place some like some foundation. I can now walk over the water area. I can go down to this tree, get my axe out because you can obviously only chop it down with an axe, and I can chop down that tree. Boop, get some wood. I can go down and get this ore here. I think this is copper ore from what I remember. I don't know if I've got an inventory. I can't seem to find an inventory button or anything. But yeah, whatever. That was the point. It was like going to be like a survival-y style game, but in a more cartoon style. I like how he blinks. Blinker just gives a lot of life to the game. That was fun to do. What else have we got? Elite Dangerous. So I play a lot of Elite Dangerous in my spare time. And I think I can actually do this. I've actually got this on my desktop. If I go over here, Elite Dangerous Launcher, look, I can click on this and it loads up a Game Boy. And the whole game is done sort of to Game Boy standards. So, like, I made the Frontier logo in pixel art, little sidewinders and stuff. Elite Dangerous is a game that I play off camera. It's like a space game, and I wanted to make the game as if, like how it would be when it was on the Game Boy. Skip this. You can load a new game up. Put in my name, and I think I can choose my character. We'll have, I don't know, that guy. Yeah, and we have our ship. So it's like a big space, quite a big game. But it's in a retro style Game Boy Pocket style thing. You know how the original Pokemon games used to be. That little ship flying around near me is a police ship. I can tell that because at the bottom of the screen it says the nearest ship is 10, 11, 12, whatever, little squares away, and its signal is police. I'm in the system Sol, which is our system that we live in right now. In fact, that should be Mercury. And I can fly out further, and we'll get to Venus. Fly out further, and we'll get to Earth. Fly out further, and there's the Moon. And then there should be Mars. Oh, that's a hostile ship. Run away. The hostile ships are like inverted colours sort of thing, so they're black. Let's see if we can take them out. I don't really have a combat ship. This is like the first ship that you have in the game. He's got 2 bullets and I've only got, like, he can shoot 2 at a time and I can only shoot 1. I'm getting beaten up. Okay, I got him. So he drops some data. I can pick that up. And another thing that was actually really hard about making this game is, let me cursor off the screen, is there's only the same amount of buttons as like a Game Boy had. So there's only up, down, left and right, A, B, start and select. So obviously up, down, left and right is moving about. I think A picks up things, B shoots, start opens up the menu, so I get all my inventory like this. So I can see like how much items I've got. I've got 1 data, as you can see. I've got nothing else. I've got no aluminium or other resources. You can go like evil, so you can like join like a black market and do drugs and hostages. You can save the game. It says game save. You can self-destruct. You've got your cargo space, so I can only carry 12 items, and the amount of credits that I've got no mission. So if I go back this way, I can land on Mars, look. Or Venus, was it? Oh, no, this is Mars. So I'm now in my little SRV, and there is apparently a point of interest somewhere on the surface of this planet. There is. So it's a mission to destroy skimmers. If I destroy 10 skimmers, I will get 15,000 credits. So I can take that. And now it says my current mission is to destroy 10 skimmers. It's quite cool, right? My ship should be somewhere back here, I hope. That way. There we go. So take back off. I can go to the starport, which is somewhere this way. There's one right near the sun of this system. And then at the starport, you can upgrade your ship and buy new ships and stuff. So, yeah, here's me, Commander AJ, in my Sidewinder. And I'm talking to, again, this is like another random name generation that I had, like in the Toy Tycoon game. And it tells you where you are, in what system you're in. I can go to the market, I can sell that data that I just picked up from that enemy. So I've now got 1,200 credits. I can get rid of my mission if I don't want it and get another mission. So this is there's a massacre mission here. These are all different ones. So I've got like find and return missions, find and deliver, smuggling missions, and massacre missions. Garage, so I can upgrade, I can add fuel. I can repair my hull, I can upgrade the weapons and how fast it takes them to cool down, upgrade my shields and how much I can carry. I can go into the shipyard and I can buy upgraded ships or buy new ships, bigger ships that can carry more and have more damage, can jump further so they can get around the whole system. If I do that, nope, that, there we go, that's the, this is the world. So, oh, that's for my mission. So see that little flashing dot there? That's because my mission is to massacre or take out 3 hostiles, kill 3 hostile ships in the star system Alpha Centauri, which is the star system in real life closest to our star system. So that's why it wants me to go there, because that's where my mission is directing me. I can't travel anywhere outside of this little square because my ship hasn't got the jump range to do so. But if I travel like up here, I can now sort of travel forward, yeah? So I can sort of travel about like this. It's quite cool. And you just upgrade your ship. That's the sun in the background there, which is why you can see that. I have no idea what this has. So this has got Proslon A1 is that planet. You can land on them, and some of them have like little roads. I'm getting beaten up. But yeah, anyway, there you go. That's this game. I don't know how much more time I've got left really to do any more of these. This is fun though, just going through like some old games of mine. Brick Breach, it was like a little old school arcade game. I'll show you. Again, this has probably got really loud volume, but I'm sure if I put a mute button in this one. I'm sure if I put a mute button. Oh, it's not too loud. At least not for me. I might mute it anyway. I'll leave it for a little bit. So this is really cool because you've got 10 levels and you can't go on any of the levels until you complete the level that you're on. So like I've completed level 1 and 2. So you go on 1 and then yeah, it's the old like brick breaking game. Do you remember those ones? Again, old game. I could probably dress this up a little bit better now to make it look more interesting. That's the one. That's what you need. You need to get behind. So I've got some big upgrades as well. Like I can add another ball. I can't get across there fast enough. I made my paddle small. But yeah, there's 10 levels. Okay, I died. Quit. But let's mute it now. The really cool part about this game is you could make your own levels. So if you got bored of the 10 levels that I designed with the game, you can build your own and you can have 10 different custom levels. So there's one. Second one is a little Minecraft pickaxe sort of style thing. Watermelon. Little Mario. Little rubber duck. And then I think these are just empty ones. So you could just go in. And you could... and some grey ones. These ones you can't break. They're like completely solid ones. The little ones that are broken, they break in 1 hit. These ones, the ones that are solid, break in 2 hits. And then you hit play. And you're in. You're straight in. You're playing your own level. How cool is that? It was pretty smart. Right? I was ever so proud of this. And it saves them all. So if you quit the game and come back later, your saved levels are still here. Yeah. Quite smart. This was also... Funnily enough, this is the first game that I ever made with a pause button. I don't think you could pause any of my other games. But yeah, this one had a pause function in it. You might think, pausing is so easy, AJ. Why wouldn't you have a pause function in the game? It's really hard. You need to stop all the code from happening like all at once. So that's what that was. Anyway, I'm going to leave the video here, guys. I think this was quite cool. If you want to see me do more of this kind of thing, then I'll happily go through more games. There's loads of games that I've made in the past. These are just some of the ones. So if you guys want to see more, then let me know. It'd be fun to go through some of them. Maybe even play some of these games a little bit more. I'd really like to go way back to when I made Pearl Island and the Saber Rebellion. That was a game that I actually released to you guys, and like 500 people, I think last time I checked, have downloaded it and played it. I think the trailer for the game is still on my channel somewhere, which is quite cool. But I want to go back and play that because that was like a fully finished RPG game that I made, and I had a lot of fun making that. If you guys enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, then feel free to subscribe. We shall see you in the next episode. Bye!